I have made it to Vermont. It is 2 o'clock in the morning-ish. It's around 2 o'clock. It is May 20th, so the end of the season, towards the end of the season here. It's now Thursday. I was supposed to be up here on Tuesday, but had a big job, had to finish, pay the bills, get some work done. So I got off work yesterday and drove up here. I've been driving around this national forest. I have no idea. I just threw a dart at the map, picked this spot. It looks a little different once I see it than I thought it would, but I drove around for a while. A whole bunch of people out camping. So I tried to get away from all them as much as possible. Well, I overslept a little bit. It's just after 5. So I'm gonna sit here and listen as I'm getting dressed. And I'm gonna take a little walk. I got dressed in a hurry. I've been gaining elevation. The sun finally came up. Man, what a perfect morning. It was about 45 degrees this morning. It is dead calm. Probably the nicest morning I'm gonna have the whole trip. Nothing gobbling. All right, it's been a few hours in the morning. What a pretty morning. I am bound and determined to hear a turkey gobble today. Man, this is some pretty country. I've been driving around a lot today, looking for birds. It was like 90 degrees. So I didn't expect to see a whole lot out, but I did see a few groups of hens. So I've got them marked. The only 2 gobblers I saw just so happened to be in fields that had posted signs in front of them. I found something interesting. I remember when I was little, my dad telling me we saw that in South Carolina, and he pointed it out to me. He said, almost guaranteed, when you find a pile of cigarettes like that, or if you find footprints, just a big spot of somebody just standing there turning around, they're sitting there listening to a turkey gobble, stressing about how to kill them the next day. So, that might be good news. There was a bird in here. Might be bad news. That guy could have killed him. Morning 2 in Vermont so far. Not going well. Haven't heard anything gobble. Very little land out here is posted. But it just so happens the only longbeards I've seen pretty good view though. I guess you mountain folk have to deal with this all the time, but I'm trying to figure out how to get down. It's so steep. I'm sliding on this little kind of plateau where the deer trails are. And I got another probably 100 feet down. I'm trying to pick the area with the most trees, so that if I slip, I got something to grab onto. But that's where I gotta go. I want to get on the other side of this river and go see what's over there. We got some barefoot action. Some pretty stuff in here. One thing I need to get better about: reading topo maps and understanding my limitations. I just happened to see something when I was driving past here. I doubt you can even see them, but they're right there. Right above that fence post. Not exactly sure how I saw them, but it is 2 gobblers of some sort, 2 red-headed turkeys. And then there's another turkey or 2 out there. There's a chance they could be jakes. I can't see their beards. They're over 500 yards out there. But that patch of woods that's behind them is about the only woods around. And fly-up time's here in like 40 minutes, so I gotta imagine they're gonna be close. So I'm gonna start coming up with a plan on how to get in there. It would figure to happen this way. I come way across that field. I get into these woods, and I see a sign on the tree. The turkeys are probably behind this sign. Bird just gobbled. Right where I thought he would be. And I can't move any closer to him. He's probably 300 yards away. He's only gobbled twice. He's not exactly tearing it up, but there he goes. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I don't have the shotgun mic on this camera. I broke it somewhere. Woo, 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 woo. Alright, so, I mean, I could get down about that bird being somewhere I can't get to him, or I finally had a bird in Vermont gobble at me. So, that's not a bad thing. He gobbled about 20 minutes ago with a woodpecker. And I cut right back at him and yelped, and he never said anything. I got the slate caught him with the slate and the diaphragm. He never said anything. I want to try him one more time. If he doesn't gobble, I'll give him about 15-20 minutes, and then I gotta go find a bird that'll play the game. I think they're just water snakes. Good Lord. There's gotta be like 4 or 5 of them right here. I hate to interrupt the party. Day 5. Yeah, day 5 in Vermont. Waiting to hear a turkey gobble. No gobbles. Man, that perfect morning. It's like 52 degrees. Dead calm. clear. That's the track that got me excited. It's a pretty big track. You can still see the indents. So I know it's fairly fresh. He's not talking if he's here. Alright, stopped at a place that I put a pin on yesterday. Called. Pretty sure I heard a bird gobble. Way off. But this piece of property goes back there for a while. For a ways. So I'll take a walk back in there, see if I can find him. Well, he's still gobbling. He's not where I thought he was. I don't know how I got it. He's not even close to where I thought he was. There's a house in between me and him. And he's like way far away. I can't get any closer. I got to stay at least 500 yards away from that house. Or 500 feet. Alright, I've given him a while. He either quit gobbling or he's gotten farther away. I parked in another spot up on a little knob in the road and heard a bird gobble way across this field. Look at the map. There's only one little block of woods back there. So I drove around for a little bit more because it was still pretty early. I waited until about 8 o'clock. Drove up to the house, knocked on the door. Dude came out. I can guarantee that this guy was at Woodstock and he still has the same haircut. Nicest guy in the world. And he said that I'm absolutely allowed to hunt there. He said he thinks there's about 30 birds back in there. He said there's too many. So he walked me around the side of the house to show me the back of the field where he sees them, and there's a hen standing out there. You can see her head. The wheat out there is pretty tall, so they can hide in there pretty well. He wants me to park up on the road and kind of come in the sideway, so I'm gonna. It's gonna be tough to get in there without him seeing me, but this guy's super cool. If I can't make something happen today, it sounds like he'd be all right with me coming back tomorrow. So, and if that's the case, I can get in the woods with him. We're gonna go give it a shot, though. There's 2 hens out in this field. I'm kind of bent down in this hedgerow. I need to get across to that hedgerow that they're in between me and it, so I can still keep looping around. There's more. There's 3 or 4 of them out there. Okay, I think I left y'all watching them hens. They eventually worked off out of that back corner of that field onto the neighbor's property. I'm pretty sure I heard a bird gobble while I was sitting there watching them off that direction on the neighbor's property. I hunted this dude's his entire farm. I got in those woods. Thick, nasty, just nasty, nasty woods. I don't know that the birds live there or roost there at all. I mean, it's super thick. But I walked that, and then I walked his entire farm. Never saw anything else. But I came back here and talked to this dude just to make sure I could hunt again tomorrow. Just the nicest friggin' guy in the world. I mean, could not be nicer. He took me out and showed me exactly where he sees them, this and that. Told me he was watching them breed. He says there's a couple times. I only heard one bird gobbling this morning, whatever. I don't know. He doesn't know where they roost. So at dark, before dark, I'm going to walk up to his barn and sit there and listen, see if I can figure out where they're roosted. He's even letting me sleep at the end of his driveway where he wants me to park, and he offered that, which is huge, because I had to deal with some degenerates in the hotel parking lot that I slept in last night.
So this will be... my mood is way better. I'm super happy right now. This just the nicest guy in the world. I have a place to hunt. Nobody else is hunting. There was birds here today. I don't know that there'll be birds here tomorrow, but at least there was birds. So I'm going to try to get some stuff edited. Just relax for about an hour, and then at fly up time I'm going to go listen and hope I hear something gobble.
I don't think the camera will do that justice. But man, the views here are unreal. Didn't hear anything gobble. The man walked all the way down here to bring me some soup that they had for dinner. Nicest guy ever, man. And then he told me I could clean off in his pool. I forget how he worded it. Basically, I think he knows I haven't showered in 6 days. He said when he walked out of the house, he thought he heard a bird gobble to the west, which would be off his property. But they were in here this morning. He sees them all the time. So I'm still going to start here. I mean, one of his neighbor's properties isn't posted, and he said that guy won't care if I go over there. So I might have a little bit of play. Man, this is so nice, just having a quiet place to sleep. And I get to wake up and just walk out here and start hunting. Man, these views are unreal. Vermont has been a pain in my ass, but the scenery is amazing. Last day in Vermont. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but the wind has picked up. They upped it on the weather report since last night. It's blowing at least 10 right now with gusts. So the chances of me hearing a bird on the roost are not good. So I'm definitely doing the decoy thing. That spot where I filmed those hens yesterday is actually the perfect spot for this wind. It's a bowl down there. This is a south wind, so that'll be down out of the wind, and I can set up in that hedgerow. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, we're set up on the skinniest tree possible, but there is no big trees on the edge of this field. So this is the setup here. Busted me out, broke me off a nice hole. Got the strutter. And this is right where, down in there is where those hens were yesterday. He thought he heard a bird gobble from his house over in there somewhere. I have not heard a gobble yet. So we'll see. I'm already bored. I don't know how. I'm supposed to sit here for a long time, but I couldn't take it anymore. I bailed. I'll sit there for 3 hours. It's a little after 8 o'clock now. So I've got a few hours until quitting. I just couldn't see spending my last day sitting there over decoys. I never heard anything gobble. The wind slacked off enough times where if something had been gobbling, I probably would have heard it. So I don't know. Maybe they were just cruising through here yesterday when I heard them. Don't know.